Yeah.
Yes, you're on camera.
All right, so Afflicted is a like horror action ish. There's some good action sequences in this. I don't want you to think it's like John Wick or something, but there's some pretty cool action sequences in this, and a much bigger film than you would suspect going into it. I want to be very cautious when it comes to spoilers on this one.
Yeah.
Because this is one that you should go into as blind as possible.
Yes.
And if I said a single word about what this movie might be about, subgenre wise, it would kind of ruin the experience to a degree. It would still be a very cool movie. I think it's one of the best found footage movies out there, personally. And one that I think a lot of people know about. But it's a kick-ass movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it is about these two guys who are going to travel the world and vlog about it. And one of them found out that he has a brain aneurysm that could happen at any moment. He has a cluster of veins that are all messed up in his head. It's some really long, crazy name. I don't know what it was. I'm not a doctor. But he's just like not wanting to let that hold him back. He's had this desire to go out, and he thinks he could drop dead at any moment. And he wants to live his life before that inevitably happens to him.
Yeah.
And it's very inspiring in that way, because I think a lot of us, we're slowly dying, and the slow death doesn't. It's kind of like the whole. I think the frog in the boiling water, which I think is a myth, right? I don't know how true that is, but if you put like a frog in a boiling water, it'll jump out immediately. But if you slowly cook it, it will never. So they'll sit there and boil to death.
But yeah, that is kind of how people treat their lives. So
sure.
Like, it's not coming anytime in the foreseeable future.
We know we're all going to die, but it isn't today. So we're like, well, we'll do that thing later.
But then when people get a diagnosis or something, happens,
you have like a month left.
Really
I gotta do this now.
Yeah, but it's a really good motivation for a character to want to travel the world and film everything, in vlog style. And I was super into this movie. I really loved it, and obviously we're not going to say what the subgenre is, but it's really cool take on it.
Yeah.
And as you were saying too, the action I think is like really impressive, because I definitely wasn't expecting any of that.
No.
And when it happens, it's so cool, and it really gets you like excited to keep watching the film too, to see what else is going to happen as far as that goes. But yeah, I thought it was really cool.
I would liken it in the action sequences to something like Hardcore Henry, which I haven't shown you yet, but I'm a big fan of. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it's really impressive stuff. I am not really sure how they pulled it off, but it's big and kind of spectacular, and not something you typically see in a found footage film, right? Found footage is typically low budget, people having to be clever on how to get things, a lot of like maybe questionable practicals or CGI, but this one clearly had a budget. I don't know what that was, but man, they utilized the hell out of it.
Yes.
And the characters are very likable, very believable, and not only relatable, but you also feel great sympathy for what's going on in the film, because it is one of these scenarios where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You can't. There's nothing you really can do about it, and it's tragic.
Very tragic.
Super tragic, and you'll feel horrible if for him or if you were in the shoes of these people. So yeah, an excellent film and one of the best found footage films out there. But yeah, it's hard to say much else without spoiling it, because I do think it's one of those things where you have to just throw it on.
Blind.
This one is on Tubi, but we watched it on Amazon. I thought I owned it, but I didn't. So it's on Amazon Prime. So you can, if you have Amazon Prime, you can skip the ads. But if you don't have Amazon, don't worry, it's on Tubi. You got it for free. If you want to sit through ads. But anything else to say?
No, just that I really think you should check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't liken it to anything else because, as I said,
Yeah, exactly.
spoiler territory. But
just watch it.
It's a super rad film. If for some reason it's passed by you, it's time. Throw it on.
Yes.
It's a cool ass film.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
Bye.